Will he stop for a chat with you, Sverre?
I'm hoping so. He's walking into the room right now. Let's see if we can get a quick response. It's interesting to see, Magnus. You have so much time at the end there, and yet you play so fast. Is that because you're in complete control, or?
Ja?
1, 2, 3. In this video, how to beat the Sicilian and our first guest, Magnus Carlsen. So let's check out Magnus Carlsen's way to defeat the Sicilian here. He's playing a Grandmaster, just spam online, and after 93 d6, is he going for the close Sicilian? No, he's going for the Grand Prix Attack. Now just spam with black, play a6, and after knight f3, plays e6. In the next game, we'll be seeing what to do against g6, bishop g7. But in this game, very interesting d4 play by Magnus. Black takes, and here the surprise, queen d4. Now in the game there was different variations, but if black has played knight c6, then queen f2 is the idea, and the queen can go back to g3, we can play bishop d2 and long castle, very aggressive. In the game though, black plays b5, we remove the queen, bishop b7, bishop g3, knight f6, and then castle. Here this is a critical moment, and probably knight b d7, a3, bishop e7, queen g3 will be a normal game. However, here after castle, black decides to go for knight g4. So Carlsen moves here, and here Jospin goes back to f6. Maybe he wanted to play queen b6 check. After king h1, the knight is hanging. We do h5, knight of h3. If we go like that, we're gonna have a lot of play with white, starting with f5. We're gonna open up, develop our bishop, rook a e1, and we have a lot of play for white. So here, realizing that wasn't a good move, knight f6, king h1, g6. So now black is trying to do that double fianchetto thing, but this is too late, and white strikes in the center. Knight h5, queen h3, knight d7, that king is stuck in the center. So Magnus strikes with f5. If you were to take like that, we would take on e6 with a very strong attack. So black decides to take that pawn. But now we sack a piece, right? Because if black takes, we would take on h5. So knight e5 play, we take, and rook d1, attacking the queen. Queen goes back to b6. And now, very clearly, white is winning. Bishop g5, right? Super strong. We are threatening checkmate. f6 played, and now simply bishop takes g6. Black resign, because if you take, we can finish the game on move 20. So I think that was a very interesting game, and I really like that play with queen f2, bishop g3, and then we go for the attack with white. Let's check out the next game. And our second guest of honor, Hikaru, also playing the Grand Prix Attack. Hikaru has played this a million times. He does it in blitz, in rapid, and in bullet, right? So here we have the normal bishop g7, bishop c4, right? So that's the classic Grand Prix attack. Here e6, and then the key move of the game, f5. Why f5? You want to play d3, bishop g5, queen a1, h4, go for the attack. Knight e7, that's a mistake, by the way. If you play that with black, you should take and only now play knight e7, and you can survive like that. But after knight e7, boom, Hikaru takes. Now, if you play with the pawn, d4, guess what? 1, 2, attacking here, a third piece, GG. So, black decide to take. We take, and then we don't castle. That would be a normal move. We go for the attack, knight g5. Black defends e6, and now, guess what? Queen g4, putting some pressure on the weakness from black. Maybe like that would be better, and not like that. So, black push the pawn. We go here, threatening checks, rook g8 forced, castle, very nice, knight bc6. Now what? You know what? You could do knight b5, attacking here, that would be winning, but knight d5, attacking there, also wins. Black takes, take, and trying to exchange a piece. Guess what? d3. As I said, Hikaru always trying to attack like that. Now black takes, takes, and queen c6. Now, if it was queen e7, you have a very nice idea. Check, and if the king goes there, bishop g5, boom. The queen takes, we have a nice checkmate, and that's GG, good game again. Queen c6, bishop g5, prevents the king from moving, right? Look at that attack. Rook f8, e7, take, take, d5. And now, what is the crushing move? Pretty straightforward for Hikaru. Queen f3, threatening queen f7, but also queen f8, right? Because if we take, we can take back with a pawn and make a queen. So on that, black resign on move 20. Next game, please. And who's next? GM Daniel Naroditsky playing the Sicilian Alapin. Let's go. So we have GM Daniel Naroditsky, famous streamer. And here, what do we get? C3, the Alapin. Knight f6. This is all theory. And here, Dania, as we call him, goes bishop c4. This is all theory, and black is here playing the best move, c4. No problem. Bishop g4. Dania castles. Queen d6, rook e1, and black is going extremely aggressive with long castle. h3, bishop h5, and here a key move. What to do with what? We have to develop our pieces here. And knight a3, looking at c4, looking at b5, right? Now, e6 played. I think on a6, you can either go queen e2, you can probably go b3 as well. But on e6, b3 is played, take, take. And here, if black had played a6, we simply go d4, and then we simply move our pawns, and we're gonna prepare b5 with a strong attack, right? So a6 is dangerous. Black decided to take and only now play a6. Guess what? Queen f7 attacking, queen f4 retreating, and then we went for an endgame. White is a pawn up, knight c4 played, bishop d2 defense c3, b5, and here simply rook e6 because we have a check. And after King b7 here. Clearly, white is better, and after knight a5, black resigned. And that was the game. Very clear win with a nice idea here. Simply knight a3 and attacking c4 followed by b3. Great play against the king. So let's see one more trick with white. And last but not least, GM Oleksander Bortnyk. He may not be as famous as the other Grandmasters, but look at what he did in a recent title Tuesday, beating Hikaru Nakamura, then Magnus Carlsen, drawing Nihal Sarin, winning an Arjun Iragaizi, and finally winning Dimitri Kolor's 10 points out of 11 in a title Tuesday match. And now, what does he play with white? Just like Naroditsky, 1 e4 c5 to c3, the Alapin. Let's check out this game. Mr. Bortnyk is incredible. I'm a big fan, and this game is no different. We're gonna see why. We play the normal theory, and here Bortnyk goes with his favorite plan. What does he do? All this is theory. Very simple. Queen e2, followed by rook d1. He always does that. So rook d1, castle, a3, a6. And this game is gonna be spectacular. Bishop d3, b5. Black is playing logical. And now, queen e4. That's always a theme from Bortnyk. g6, bishop h6. Rook e8. Now what? Knight d2. And the knight's gonna try somehow to come here. Bishop d7. Rook c1. Take, take. Queen b6. Now what? Well, queen g4, the queen is coming closer to the king. The king doesn't have a lot of defenders. Rook a d8, knight e4. Very logical. We're trying to attack. We may have h4, h5. Such a nice position. Knight a5, not bad. Knight g5, knight b3, attack the rooks. But what do we do? Do we defend the rook? Do we move the rook? Not even. Queen f3, threatening to come here. Now the best move would be to give up the exchange. But after that, we could move the rook here and we still have an attack going on. So instead, black decided to play f5. Take, take. Oh, we have this bishop here and a nice pin. So black was thinking, I'm doing fine. And this is why to move and win. Amazingly, Bortnyk comes up with queen f6. Oh my goodness. Trying to come and finish up on g7, right? Now, black took, check, and how do we finish? Checkmate. Beautiful. Queen sack. What a game, what a player, right? Queen f6 here. And on this move, you would have queen f7 and queen h7 checkmate. So again, c3, that was my favorite game. Put in the comments which is your favorite opening for white against the Sicilian. Which player did you like best? In any rate, I'll see you in the next one.